Hello, brave people over the world. So, war is going on in Ukraine. Civilians um, killed by Russians day by day. Ukrainian soldiers are in counteroffensive, and many of my foreigners friends ask me why we need to help Ukraine. Other people, why we need to help Ukraine? It's not our war. It's too far from us. Wherever we have our own problems. Yeah, it's true. But first of all, it's true that you have your own problem. But first of all, why you need to help? Because it's fighting for democracy. And if you stand for some standards of life that it shouldn't be war, and you have to discuss some problems between countries not by war but by negotiations, you should support Ukraine. Okay, you don't care about democracy, you don't care about other problems. Just think, if Ukraine lose, all the refugees will go to Europe. You remember with the people of Syria, brave people of Syria, what was going on, and Russia was bombing them, and nobody helped them. So they were killing by chemic attack and by that dictator Assad. Then it's crashed economy. Many refugees were flying through seas, just dying. It's anti-humanity. So also from this reason, even economically, it's better to give weapon. Ukraine kill demons, Russian demons, Russian soldiers in Ukraine territory. War will be ended. That's why it's even economically better to help Ukraine. So um, what news? Bulgarian president, yeah, oppose. He says that we don't need to help Ukraine. So Bulgarian President Rumen Radev opposed his country joining the initiative by European Union to provide Ukraine with artillery shells for the war with Russia. He said, representing Bulgaria in the EU Council, I defended this position. It became clear that Bulgaria will not take part in the Million Shells for Ukraine initiative. If the government made the decision, I think it would be a mistake, he said. So, actually, why he spoke about this? Because Prime Minister um, of Bulgaria and also Minister of Defense of Bulgaria said that his country must help Ukraine and keep its obligation that Bulgaria promised. And you remember New York Times and other newspapers were informed us that even EU didn't want to help in the beginning of war in 2022. Bulgarian secretly was helping us by tanks and other ammunition, and we are very thankful to that Bulgarian government and for Bulgarian nation. Благодаря. Um, Explosion heard in Khmelnytskaya Oblast this night. A Russian attack Khmelnytskaya region. It's mostly central western part of Ukraine. Yeah, they tried to bomb each region of Ukraine and change. So then our air defense system maybe not ready. Um, Russia Defense Ministry changed its information policy about Ukrainian counteroffensive. Institute of Study of War said. So the report noted that the Ukrainian troops conducted counteroffensive operation on at least two areas of the front line on June 20. The Russian Ministry of Defense continues to respond to Ukrainian counteroffensive operation with a relatively high degree of rhetorical coherence, suggesting that the defense ministry has learned from its past um mishandling of the information space during previous Ukrainian counteroffensives. Because last year, when Ukrainian forces were taking back our territory in Kharkiv region and Luhansk region and in Kherson region, Russian were pretending that nothing is going on, and then just and so many territories were taken back. So now they don't pretend that nothing is going on, but they, even they said in the beginning of war they have the Russians have their old goals and they are going to take Ukraine in 3 days. Now they Putin said that Ukrainian counteroffensive is not going well. Yeah, so you see a big change of 3 days, and now he even speaking about Ukrainian counteroffensive. So Polish diplomat Krzysztof Szczerski, he's ambassador of Poland in United Nations, said that exclusion of Russia from United Nations is not possible without Russian defeat. And I always say, Russia must be destroyed. Russia must be defeated. Like in all territory, we should put the democratic government and change this regime. Without this, no peace for this world. Believe me. So Polish ambassador to UN said, diplomacy involves talking even with those who are bandits. Therefore, while there is no breakthrough at the front, everyone believes that one day we will have to sit down at the negotiation table with Russia. So this cannot be ruled out. Maybe, yeah, but definitely not with this government, because with this government, it's like, we are fighting with killers, and then you say, okay, now we may negotiate. No negotiation with this government, democratic government to Russia, then maybe some negotiations can be there, can have place. So, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russian forces laid mines across a wide area of Ukraine, making it difficult for Ukrainian forces to advance. Some people think we are in a Hollywood movie and expect immediate results. It's not like that. Yeah, just remember that always the side which is in counterattack always is losing more its lives. So, and our lives of our soldiers are, you can countless them. So, humans, our people are very and very important for us. Not like for Russians, they send thousands. They were sending thousands of soldiers in Bakhmut, and they were just killed thousand by thousand by Ukrainians. They don't care, but we care, and that's why that we care. We cannot put just our soldiers to on attack. But of course, we don't have air defense, air support. We don't have long distance artillery, and our soldier has to do by themselves under Russian artillery. So that's why it's not a movie for us. Yeah, you're waiting. Oh, why Ukraine is not taking back? We want to take back. So help Ukraine, as I said in the beginning. That's why you should help Ukraine. You're a member of government in some country. You try to make an impact. Then help for Ukraine goes faster. You are citizen of your country. Please write a letter to your parliament representative and make video, do something. Unfortunately, I was always for peace, but I understand that this war can be ended if just all needed weapon will be sent in Ukraine in time. We just crash the Russian military, and this will be the end. If in November, when Ukraine took back Kherson, all these weapons that were sent between February and June would be given us on November, war would be ending, and even Crimea and Donetsk will be free and joining with Ukrainian motherland. Unfortunately, our Western allies didn't do this. European Investment Bank allocates 800 billion euro for Ukraine's recovery. Yeah, it's very nice, but if war is going on, it's very risky to recover our territory, unfortunately. It's a very nice statistic came out by Razumkov Center. So Ukrainians choosing what is more important between freedom or equality. 75% of Ukrainian of respondents prefer freedom. In 2022, it was 71% like that. In 2020, it was 64. So even we are suffering death and destroying of our country, Ukrainians feel themselves as free people, and freedom is the most important sources that we want to have. No better economic life, but better freedom and democracy. Good for us, good for Ukraine. Germany allocate around 400 million euros in humanitarian aid to Ukraine in 2023. And France prepares multi-year support plan for Ukraine, an additional 4 million euro. This news, which I want to listen every day. France helps Ukraine, Germany helps Ukraine, Poland helps Ukraine. Yeah, and we need help in, first of all, in weaponry, because war is going on. We need help in our justice system against corruption, and we need democracy and economic as it is in European Union and the United States of America to provide in Ukraine. That's why we are fighting, because Ukraine chose to be in the western part. Nobody told us, nobody told we want Russia or Europe. We chose Europe. Europe has many problems. US has many problems, but you have democracy. This is what our soldiers are fighting for. This is what is most important for us. So help Ukraine any by any chance you can. And with help Ukraine will win, and it means that democracy always wins against dictatorship. It means that truth always wins against lie. Dignity also wins against indignity, and life wins with the death. God bless you. Glory to Ukrainian soldiers. Glory to Ukraine. Be brave as Ukraine.